Make sure to be a member on the channel, link is in the description. Hello guys, once again it's Matt and another video. So today we're going to take a look on the new custom loadouts that we received in a lot of the new aircraft, actually in a lot of the aircraft that we already had. So basically all the F-4's, all the MiG-21s, all the MiG-23s and 27s kind of received the custom loadout. So let's check it out. Let's start with these. Yeah, come on, Jesus. Yeah, so yeah, now you can basically choose whatever you want in all these things. I mean, you can even take the napalm bombs now with some of the aircraft. So let's just do one for napalm in the F4, and I'm going to show also the napalm working a little bit in some of the versions that we have. So yeah, as you see, the napalm there, the missile, so you can actually choose and create the custom loadout. So normally you will just go for modifications, expand in the secondary weapons over here, and then you go for create, and then you have all these pylons. Each pylon can take some weight and some stuff. You cannot take all the weight in the one wing. For example, if I take all of these bombs, I mean apparently the F4 doesn't care. Yeah, apparently the F4 doesn't care. But anyway, if sometimes you will be blocked by the amount of bombs and stuff like that for weight and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, you can just choose whatever you want in all these aircraft. Let me check this. You can take one normal E variant and the other one, which doesn't make much sense to do this, but still pretty interesting. And yeah, as you see, you can take the bombs, you can take everything. You just have to choose whatever you want, and then yeah, it's right here. This is my payload. So yeah, and you can do some crazy stuff, like for example in this, of course the F4 is kind of limited by this, but you can take, for example, 1 GBU. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So for example, you can take just one of the GPUs there instead of the AIM-9s, for example. So it's one thing that you can do. You can take the Mavericks, for example, in the other ones. Let me check. Yeah, the Mavericks can take the thing off, and more GPUs, for example. So yeah, this is one of the examples that you can do. You can do some crazy stuff. So a lot of guided bombs and still have the Sparrows and the Mavericks. So yeah, pretty cool. Also the F4Js, as you can see, so all the F4, so as you see, you can do and choose whatever you want in each of the pylons. You can also, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in the other F4, but I showed this on the dev, but it's just cool to have it already. So as I said, all the F4s. So as you see, the F4F, for example, we have it. This one you can take a pretty cool loadout. For example, let's take napalm here, and then you take the Mavericks, and then here you take the AIM-9s. Here you can take more stuff like that, and you save it. You select it, and when you see the aircraft, yeah, for example, this, yeah, I could already do this before, but now you can choose each pylon that you want to take one of the stuff. The MiGs, for example, of also the MiG-21, as you see. So you can take, for example, I don't know, 2 R60Ms here, one R13, and then I want to take one FAB 500, for example, for a base, and another R60s. So you can do asymmetrical stuff like this, and yeah, it's just weird, but it can be used. And there is one actually that I actually wanted to check. This is actually one of the things that I wanted to do. So you can take, for example, let's see. Yeah, this is kind of weird. You shouldn't be able to change to pick one of them. But let's see, two R3Rs, for example, an R60 and the cannon on the middle. And then you have an asymmetrical load and pretty well around, you know, can take the radar missiles together with the R60s. So yeah, it's very fun to have this. The MiG-23s also receive these, as you see. So you can take I mean, the R23s, you cannot take the other variant, as you see, because in real life, DM or DMF never used a mixed loadouts of R23s, but you can take the R60, just one radar missile, for example. This is a proper loadout if you want to, you know. The R13 is more long range. Maybe you want a radar missile or just one of the heavier missiles, and then, I don't know, you take this, for example. It's very good for any type of you know, like multi-mission stuff, multitasking stuff. So yeah, for example, here 23T, R60, R60M, you know, and the R13 for long range or something like that. The MiG-23 MLA, of course, already had that. In the USSR, a lot of aircraft receive it. Let's check the Sukhoi. I don't think the... Why can I click on this? This is weird. Yeah, the Su-17 M2 doesn't have it yet, but the M4 has it, the new Sukhoi M4, video coming up about it soon. With the R60s, the Su-17 will be amazing. But yeah, finally, there's some kind of bug here. I cannot click on some of the aircraft for some reason. Yeah, this is weird. But yeah, all the MiG-21s, as you see. Let's check the F-13. I don't know. Yeah, even the F-13. I don't know why would you take this, but I mean, you can take something weird like this. But yeah, the PFM. Yeah, create. So all the MiG-21s, as you see. This one is a very good one. You can take for ground battles maybe a KH-66 and maybe a bomb or something like that. That would be nice to have. The MiG-21S also can have some kind of weird loadouts, you know, with the R3Rs and R3Ss here, and then incendiary bombs or something like that. I don't know. It's just very multiple types of loadouts, multiple types of things. The MiG-27s, I think, are the main thing. I mean, look at the payload that you can have. You can have, I don't know, two R60s, for example, for defense. Let me see if I can take R60s. Yeah, the KH-29T, and then FAB 500s over here. Let's take a CAB 500, FAB 500 on the back, another CAB 500, and then another FAB 500 over here. And then you have a very good loadout for ground attacking, as you're going to see. You can take the... Oh, I didn't select it, I think. Yeah. But as you see, you can take the R60s for self-defense, one KH-29T, which is always nice to have, one of the best missiles in the game for air-to-ground, two guided FAB 500s, or the CAB, and three FAB 500s on the back. So yeah, it's pretty good, and it makes it so it's actually viable to use the MiG-27 in squadron battles a little bit more and stuff like that. The MiG-27M also received that, the MiG-23M, the BIS, the SMT, the F-13, as I said. So yeah, all the MiGs. Great Britain, of course, you can take the British one. You can do it also, as you see. You can do whatever you want over here. Just a lot of aircraft receive that, and it's just amazing that Gaijin is actually adding this. So both aircraft here. Of course, now the Kai that has the AIM-7F. Of course, you can take with the custom as well. The Chinese Tech 3 didn't receive anything new, I think, but it was the F5E has the custom, and the J7s, of course. The J7s now can create some kind of weird loadouts. So yeah, it's pretty good because back in the day you could not take the FAB 500, the FABs that they have together with other stuff. So this is just good for air to ground if you want to do this. Some kind of rocket and then PO5 and more rockets. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. It's so funny and it's so good. Yeah, look at this. Like a Chinese multi-mission kind of thing. And yeah, you have also the J7 can do this. You can take one bomb or one rocket pod and a missile. Of course, in less, um, I mean, aircraft that has less stuff, it will be less options, of course, but that's just the way that it works. Of course, in the French, the CT receive it, and yeah, no more in the Sweden. And on the Israeli Tech 3, of course, the Israeli F-4, which also received it. So let's make a full ground like this. Oh no, E2, of course, we can take. Uh, hmm? Okay. No, that's weird because there's still the back one, right? You should be able to take one more. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, you should be able to take more sparrows. That doesn't make any sense, but still, you can take the AIM-7s over here. Same, some AIM-9s, and yeah, that's it. So you have a very good mixed loadout, as you see, with a lot of guided weaponry for air to ground and a lot of missiles, for example. So yeah, it just makes the game a lot better, and I think it was just something that a lot of people should pay attention to, so that you have the most effective payload that you can take. For example, here is another example. You can take the 6 Sparrow Fs, but of course AIM-9s are always fun to use. So in real life, in the game, I will actually use like this. Let me show to you guys with one of them and all other sparrows. This is probably the loadout that I'm going to use with the F-4. Oh no, that one. Yeah, here. So this would be my air-to-air loadout for the F-4J. As you see, 5 sparrows and 2 AIM-9s. The AIM-9s just for, you know, close range, and then you get everybody with the sparrow, and the sparrow is just amazing, the F. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, it's just amazing. I had to show to you guys. So yeah, I see you guys on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, click the little bell icon, and I see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.